The Toho company makes wonderful monster movies that we at Lazy Alien absolutely adore. We want to share our love of these films with the world, and with that in mind, we also want to mention that some of these clips do not belong to us. We've made this video for entertainment purposes only, and the clips we've used should fall under fair use. The films featured within are the property of the Toho company, and if you like these videos, buy their films. Godzilla, king of the kaiju, would appreciate it. So that's where I hid the body. So welcome back to King of the Kaiju, everybody. As usual, my name's Kevin.
I'm Cypher.
I'm Matt.
I'm Gord.
And today we watched 1974's Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, which we were really excited for because Mechagodzilla is such a well-known trope. He appears half a dozen times throughout the whole series. And it delivered eventually.
Are we done with the human shit yet?
Oh no, it's 5:30.
It's time to get drunk.
So almost. Mechagodzilla comes back online at 6, they said?
Oh, half an hour.
Are you, or is someone you know, suffering from severe mental anguish?
I would say.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with this movie was pacing, and we'll keep coming back to that.
It was an interesting concept.
Yeah.
We were thrown for a loop a couple times.
Because it gets a little convoluted.
Yeah, but I so struggled with this one too. Just
Sing it, Chris.
fuck this. All I want is kaiju fights. What the fuck? Ugh.
Because of the pacing.
Yeah,
right?
it just took forever.
I think that's going to be a repeat through this era.
Oh,
The
Well,
show
we're
era.
almost at the end of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we only have one movie left in the show era, but
yeah.
that has been a theme that it goes away from the action for too long.
Because he's pretty much fallen asleep through almost every single movie.
It's just been the last
getting
two.
longer and longer each video. Like, it was a little bit in the beginning, but now it's just the pace.
Grueling.
Yeah.
This one,
grueling.
this
too
one is
long.
very badly paced. So let's set it up. Basically, I'm going to preface by saying it's another goddamn alien invasion movie. Because that seems to be all Toho knows how to do. I guess you don't go into kaiju movies looking for intensive plot.
What's the reason for kaiju? Aliens.
Aliens.
Aliens. Throw some aliens in there.
Yeah.
It's aliens again.
Fuck is it with aliens, man?
Japanese aliens exist.
I don't disagree.
And I will say they're at least continuing to be original with the aliens. We had the we're all part of a computer network people from Planet X, and then you had cockroach people in Godzilla vs. Gigan, and then you had Atlantean people in Megalon, and now you have B-movie Planet of the Apes.
How dare you?
You're talking about?
Oh!
Wait,
What the
fucking
fuck ever? He would not be...
He's a gorilla?
He's a monkey man.
So the aliens are a simian-looking, very similar to Planet of the Apes type of species, who have a vague plan to take over the world using Mechagodzilla, who... They start with a really cool premise of having Godzilla show up, but it's wrong. Oh. Okay. Matt, you missed Godzilla's appearance.
Oh, wait,
Godzilla's sound.
contraption. I twisted it.
It's
Twist and pop.
it's Mechagodzilla. I'm calling it. He's got a skin over him. His roar is wrong.
It was the roar that got
and he's not moving properly, and then he
was moving way too quickly.
and then he fights Anguirus, and that was pretty exciting.
Fucking shit out.
Yeah, it's when he started like booed fucking him basically, like kicks him 3 times, but it was like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Like, normal Godzilla's not that quick.
Then he broke his jaw.
He,
Who the fuck are you?
that looked great with all the dirt falling off him.
Punted!
Fucked him.
Shit!
Even Anguirus knows it's not fucking Gojira.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Anguirus wouldn't fight him again.
You gonna spin throw him? No, he's just
Oh,
gonna
you
See those
whack
wires?
him
kind
down.
of see the wires. Yeah, I'm going to
Little
say
bit.
that. But
Seeing a few more wires here.
Yep.
no. Oh,
Right in the butt.
I'm kicking his ass. I just
For us to,
like they're
like,
overplaying now.
Oh, no, he's not.
This is dirty.
What?
Oh! Oh!
Ah!
No way.
Ah!
Shit!
He literally like killed him.
He broke his jaw. Oh. He's still alive. He's gonna try and get away. I've had enough.
Yeah, he's gone.
I'll go back underground.
Like,
Godzilla.
Badly.
Godzilla ripping open his jaw was maybe the coolest part of this movie. I was really on board with that part.
Yeah, let's cut to like when me and Kevin first seen Godzilla pop up and the roar and everything. We're just like, that's wrong.
Oh. Okay. Matt, you missed
What is
Godzilla's
this
appearance.
sound?
Not
wait, that's
Godzilla's
a
sound.
contraction.
That's not right.
And then
Yeah.
fucking just
And-
the amount of times he smashed the shit
Yeah.
out of Anguirus,
Oh my
and it's
God.
just
You
like
can tell
and the roar kept coming like
Yeah.
over and over and over again. It was just like, I don't know if audiences were supposed to believe that was really Godzilla at the time, but I don't see how anyone could.
yeah,
No.
especially if you had seen all these movies beforehand. Like
Yeah. So I called it as soon as he started roaring. I said, "That's Mechagodzilla. He's gonna be a robot under the skin or something like that."
so called it.
And it was exactly that. Godzilla blasts off a piece of him, a couple pieces of him,
Yep.
and exposes metal underneath, and then
What kind of metal?
space titanium.
思った通りだ。この金属はスペースチタニウム。
It's titanium.
What a wonderful conclusion to come to. This has to be space titanium.
We don't even have a different word for space.
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 Continue.
Just
スペースチタニウムだよ。
space titanium.
スペースチタニウム。
Which an Earth doctor recognizes immediately after looking at it. He goes, "This isn't like anything else on Earth. It's obviously space titanium.
スペースチタニウムだ。
Obviously.
It's
Yeah,
it's not adamantium. It's not unobtainium. It's not element 0. It's not, I don't know,
a
space.
new type of metal, but
It's not space steel. It's not space iron.
What?
It's specifically space titanium.
スペースチタニウムだよ。
What's funny to me though is that other metal that the doctor said actually had a different like Japanese like.
It had a semi-scientific sounding name.
この金属の中にアスタノプカロンが入ってる。
Yeah, and it was in Japanese too. It wasn't like English because literally when he said space titanium, it was space titanium.
スペースチタニウム。
It was, yeah, the words were very English sounding.
It was like, why did he have to stop speaking
that's
Japanese?
because
to
I
say
don't
that?
think that there's a Japanese word for space.
It could be that, is that there are words that the languages
Yeah.
share.
Yeah, but
Um,
it just seemed a little.
Yeah. It sounded ridiculous.
Why not say the scientific name for the other metal, right? Like,
So, Mechagodzilla, the aliens in charge of Mechagodzilla get tired of hiding the suit and flick a switch that makes fire burn off the skin, because whatever, and Mechagodzilla appears, and
oh, that face is coming off. Look, Godzilla's like,
Do it!
Wait,
Burn it off.
Yes! Right, because that's how that
Nice.
works.
Yeah.
That's how fire works, guys.
They were pretty evenly matched that first time they met up, right? Because we had that that moment where they both blast their breath at each other. And
Yeah, and then they both like concussed each other and for a little bit. And...
Is he shooting an Aurora Borealis? Is that what that's
shooting
supposed
like
to
a rainbow
He shoots
type
a
thing.
rainbow.
What?
And we have blood.
What the fuck is going on?
That is blood. That's where Godzilla went. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, that's the weird part, okay?
That
And
was
the
so
concussed
delayed.
part. Mechagodzilla's control receiver in his head gets blown up.
Yeah.
But when it shows to the water where Godzilla fell, you see blood.
A lot of blood.
And I'm like, that's not fucking very nice.
there was, speaking of blood, there was a good amount of blood in this movie.
I mean, they got his carotid artery. I
Yeah.
was like,
Squirted everywhere.
he has a
I-
carotid artery?
For a split second there, I was like, Godzilla's gonna die. Like, legitimately. Shoot him down.
Look at all that blood. Look at all that blood.
Damn.
Oh! Shit!
I got a squirter!
Damn.
Oh! Shit!
I got a squirter!
There was some really great Godzilla action in this movie, and the way we're talking about it makes it sound like there isn't 45 minutes of really boring, confusing prophecy story woven in there. But there is.
Which, you know, I'm sure he'll do a great job of cutting together, and I'm a prime example of just how grueling it was, because they're doing a great job of just, like, sitting there all day. I'm just like... Get to the monsters!
Next time,
you know
we are
what,
not
Nation?
filling his stomach.
You know what I think it might be? I think what it might be is I have a love of bad movies.
I'm gonna shoot this damn car out full of holes!
Like legitimately badly made movies.
Me
And-
too. I can
And
watch
because of
them
that,
to the
I can
end.
watch them and I can go, that's ridiculous. And I can just kind of, I can be sarcastic about the whole thing. But for you, they just seem to put you to sleep.
Well, it's like my brain goes to a certain point where it just kind of like it's like okay, if it's not gonna put in the effort, I'm not like, and, you know, it just like kind of sits there, just like
Well, that's just it. I like laughing at the lack of effort. But this wasn't lack of effort. It was just it's
Old.
there were still parts that we didn't get answers to, like
Yes.
his pipe.
Again.
Did they really actually explain what the hell that did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't understand.
That it disrupts
Yeah.
the electrodes, and they use it at the end to destroy the control room.
They throw it and then they throw the ring, which made it.
They threw both ends in separate directions.
Yeah. Which does lead to probably the best ending, like, monster kill we've had in a while, where Godzilla fucking twists off Mechagodzilla's head.
And this is why
His head
they have the
turns.
suit the way it is.
He's gonna twist his head off?
But
Yeah!
his head twists though.
Well, yeah, but, like, you got an oscillating fan that twists, right? Mm-hmm. If you lock it and then twist it...
Well, I guess that, It's because, well, technically Godzilla didn't defeat him. It was the humans.
Yes.
Because if they didn't take out the control room, would he have actually killed Godzilla?
Don't know. I mean...
exactly.
Because...
Right? So it was kind of like the humans killed him instead of... But Godzilla did kind of like finish him off.
Yeah. But at the same... Like, you're right, because they were losing horribly against Mechagodzilla. And...
Until the humans stepped.
Just to suffer.
Well, not until the humans stepped in. We're gonna talk straight through this.
Okay.
Until he used that Magneto power.
Godzilla got fucked up.
Oh!
They're stuck in him.
You got Godzilla.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, that electricity he's been absorbing.
He's pulling.
He becomes
He's magnetic?
magnetic.
He's magnetic.
Yeah.
And then he started coming back, and
Is
then the
it
humans
just-
helped him finish him off.
Is it just a Magneto power? Because it seemed like he had a pulse first before he became magnetic.
He did have a kind of shockwave thing going
I think
on,
he was
which
Yeah, that shock
I
pulse
think-
gave him like electromagnetism.
I think
So
this
was
is the
it an
first
electromagnetic
instance.
pulse, though, then?
Well, I think it's the first kind of iteration of Godzilla's nuclear pulse, which is an ability he has later. Once again, this movie was a repeat offender for visible wires. I don't think it was quite as bad.
It wasn't as bad. Hell
It
no.
wasn't as bad, but...
No.
But it had its moments.
No, you just knew. That's all. Like, and then there
Yeah,
were certain parts
you
where
knew, and
could
then
see,
sometimes you saw them.
Right?
Where it was really bad was when Godzilla was beating Anguirus with the
Yeah.
tail.
That was the worst. Yeah.
Because he literally had to push Anguirus back down. He lifted him up and pushed him back
It's
down.
because
like,
there was 3 wires, so you can tell the difference between the 2 and the middle one.
The push
Yeah.
would,
That's
have
what gave it
to, would
away.
have to be the indication for the guys up there to
lower
let go
it, yeah.
and help the.
Which is why I don't know why they made the tail longer for Anguirus.
right. It looks
Yeah.
so much.
Like, that would have made that so much
Yeah.
harder to do.
Yeah.
Anguirus' suit looks kind of odd in this movie.
Because where Godzilla was putting his hand, or Mechagodzilla was putting his hand, it was like just at the back of the shell, but making the tail bend too. So he was like pushing his butt down, and it just looked so weird on the tail, and it
Yeah.
totally gave the costume a costume feel.
You know what I'm going to
Unless-
say, though?
unless-
In terms of, like, creative fight stuff, this movie tried. It
Yeah.
tried really hard.
Yeah.
It did. I mean, it
Choreographing
shot,
for the
it
fighting
shot
and-
the
yeah.
entire movie. So I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no
reused
reused footage.
From what we could tell, there might have been a couple of random shots here or there, but not enough that we noticed.
Yeah.
It was more so in the stills.
Yes, there were some bad still images in this, and some bad like stock
Green
elements.
screens and
the background.
Oh yeah.
background.
Let's just say this has the best like bad special effect in the Godzilla movie franchise ever. There's a huge fight going on, and something explodes because Mechagodzilla is basically constantly firing sparks, and there's a big flash, and you can see Godzilla's shadow on the set wall. Yeah, me neither, but like, come on.
Oh my god!
They would not want to take over our stupid asses.
You can see the set wall shadow. Did you see that?
Yo,
That was amazing.
there it is
Look at
again.
that shit! That's so bad. It's fantastic.
The entire
Instantly
shadow.
turns the perspective from big to small.
Yeah,
tiny.
because these movies are very good at shooting them in a way where it's supposed to appear like something really big.
And it does until they shot the
As soon as
explosion.
that
To
shadow-
create that light,
As soon as that shadow was
you
cast,
created
we're
the
just like,
shadow.
oh. What?
Oh, I feel like I can suddenly see the entire studio.
Everything we've learned about, like, shadows and where light stands and how big a shadow is and how small a shadow. I honestly feel a lot safer now.
So this movie tried. It failed sometimes. It succeeded sometimes. Like, there was that really awesome shot where Mechagodzilla hit both King Caesar and Godzilla at once.
Yeah.
Toe rockets.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
That was a pretty awesomely, like, done shot. That was awesome. I love that shot.
Well, yeah, but he just forgets, oh, I got reflective eyes.
Yeah, he does it multiple times and shoots it back and stuns him. But then all
he
of a
had
sudden, one
used-
time it like shoots him, and then all of a sudden
No,
it's like, oh,
no.
shit,
He had used his plot quota.
No, I don't care.
There's no plot.
That's
You know
like
what I mean?
that's
You know
like
what the
saying
best part
Godzilla
about
can
that for
only
me-
use his atomic breath so many times. Fuck that shit.
So yeah, so there was quite a bit of excitement and fun in this movie. Its biggest problem, like I said, is pacing, because it sets up some really fun monster stuff and then forgets about it for probably 45 minutes. And
Cue him falling asleep.
King Caesar's gonna wake up, which means you have to too.
Yes, he's waking up. You're waking up. We're all fucking doing this.
And you get really bored. And that's kind of all you can say about it, is that it's really fun when it's fun. When it's not, it's really not.
It's really not.
I mean, if they didn't set it up at first, and then go into grueling, and then slowly build into fighting, if they had slowly built into the fighting throughout the entire movie, that would have been different.
Because we had a couple movies that did that, right? Like Hedera did that really well.
Right.
Of keeping the monsters in the movie for the duration of the movie.
But still having a plot
Yeah.
going in the background.
You know.
Yeah.
I think that's something we're gonna see change come the Heisei series,
I think so.
right? I think they didn't really know how to keep plot centered around kaiju with problems with the kaiju. It was always like, what problems are the humans gonna face? What problems are they gonna endure that's gonna delay this? That's gonna make it so the bad guys have the upper hand. Like, what problems are they? As opposed to, it's like, no. It's more so, what are the kaiju going to encounter that's going to create more problems for the environment, that's going to cause the humans to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
instead of
the plot getting, or instead of the humans getting delayed by a confusing plot, they'll get delayed by the actions of the kaiju.
right,
Yeah.
like
That'd be cool. You know,
Where
like,
they
they need to
smash
do
into
something.
a mountain, but the base is in the mountain, which fucks up something.
Right.
And
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
we need to go to this building. Oh shit, Godzilla just blew it up.
yeah, you just stepped
let's
on
go
it.
to this one out.
Yeah, and it's like, turn around.
I don't know. I'm excited to see how the plots evolve.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Heisei Era, probably because it's like 1984 when the first movie comes out. It's so far into the future. Like, the Showa era ends in 1975, and films
9-year jump.
between 75 and 84 changed a lot.
Big time.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
So I'm excited to see that. And I'm excited to see, like, more complicated monster effects, which I know the Heisei era is kind of famous for, is like more animatronic stuff and like more detailed miniatures and stuff like that. I'm really excited for that.
Because they took different steps with their own filming and things like that as well. Because, like you had said, the film industry had changed so
Yeah.
drastically. So
Well, like, Toho used guys in suits for monsters up until 2004, and
that's impressive.
continued to do it and make it not convincing, but good enough that people
Still
are
enough that
like,
it was enjoyable.
I'll buy this.
Yeah.
So I think overall this movie just made us more excited for more movies later, and that's good that it could do that. I think that we could get some positive out of that, because overall this is not an amazing movie.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
It's all right.
It was yeah.
okay.
in the element of, like, throwing in the random kaiju, like King Caesar.
He did feel a little kind of shoehorned into the plot. didn't he?
Right. So I'm not the only one that's kind of feeling that. Like, it's
You probably could have
it's
done this
nice
movie.
to see a new kaiju. It's nice to see that you're still being creative and coming up with new monsters.
But you just kind of.
You're sort of wasted.
Right? You're kind of like, so it's Godzilla and Mechagodzilla and little King Caesar, like, shaking these little Moroccans with little ears. When his ears
And then
went
when
up,
the ears went off,
all of our
I fucking lost it.
it.
Cut to that.
Oh.
A pretty cool roar.
Looks badass. Wow. No, keep the ears down. Put the fucking ears down.
Yeah.
God.
Gremlin looking
When his ears
motherfucker.
were down, I could be like, okay, I understand. He's like a dog lying and shit. When his ears perked right up, I was like, no.
It's Gremlin.
Not doing it. He,
What is that?
King Caesar a little ridiculous.
he
He
looks
no
stupid.
lying here. Gremlin.
He looks stupid.
Gremlin.
Oh, Dr. Serizawa's in this movie again.
Yeah,
We did- that's worth bringing up.
Yeah.
That the cast feels very much like a motley crew of the last 12 movies.
Quite a bit like recasting notices. Either that or we're just racist amongst most of them. Other than
I
just,
feel like we're walking this dangerous tightrope of being racist or actually really good at
We're not sure because I felt
calling
like,
it. You know,
I felt like I recognized the lady from Jupiter.
I'm usually good with faces, but like me, I feel like we kind of nailed it. But yeah, some of them I can't even say that.
I'm very.
This
good
is from
with
another
faces.
movie, and it's like I don't know, but I don't
very
want to
good
say
at-
yes.
I'm very good with faces, but I am going to be honest here. When some of them have some of the facial hair, it really throws me because some of them could put on fake mustaches and it literally looks like it's a different
It's a
person.
totally different
Yeah.
person.
It just does.
Yeah,
It literally.
well, there was one guy who had a mustache in this movie who we're pretty sure didn't have a mustache in another movie he was in,
Yeah.
but we're
I
not
swear to
sure
God,
because they
if
look
Kevin
so
were to
different.
superimpose a mustache on Davy's face, he'd look like it wouldn't look like Davy's. It really wouldn't.
He looks like a Mexican. And a sombrero.
See now Davies is sitting over there wondering which kind of mustache Kevin is gonna superimpose over him.
Oh, like the big, like, mucho.
The face is just perfect. Anyways,
Star rating.
We need to make a song.
Does anyone want to?
we need to make a song.
We need to start. We need to
Yeah,
start
we
rating.
should
So-
do a fucking star rating
I like a
song.
5 little like
Oh, yeah.
star
All right.
rating.
Let's go with Man Who Can't Stay Awake to begin.
Yeah, there we go.
Is this for the whole movie, or can I just have like
No.
my star
The
rating
movie,
and then
movie.
like the fight star rating?
The
'Cause
movie.
that's all I really wanted.
You
was
know
the
how this
kaiju
works.
Yeah.
I'll
Does
give
change.
it a 3.
Okay. That's pretty fair.
I mean, like the human stuff. You all know where I sit on that. It's just, ugh. I want the kaiju fights. I want
Yeah.
kaiju fights. Like if I wanted to watch human movies, I'd go and I'd watch movies that didn't have kaiju in it. So 3 out of 5.
All right. That's pretty much where I'm at. I was gonna say 3 as well because what's good in it is really good, but it's dragged down a lot by that middle chunk. Like,
Yeah.
if it were on a graph, this movie's like, boom, straight down and then straight back up. It's
I agree with
really,
you there.
it's really kind of polarizing the moods of like the middle of the movie versus the end of the movie versus the beginning of the movie. But yeah, so I'll give it a 3.
I'm giving it a 2.5.
Alright.
Yeah. Yes. Then that 2.5
Give
is
me
just
more
for that
balls.
fight. Just for the fights. At least I stayed awake through it.
I was trying to be nice to the damn movie.
I didn't say.
By falling asleep during it?
Yeah, exactly.
No, with the rating.
Oh.
Fuck the rating.
No,
Fuck the movie.
the rating is when you're allowed to be critical.
The only part of the movie that was good was the fight scenes.
We need an excuse for me to put in that gasp sound effect.
I'll give you a reason.
Gordy.
I was gonna give it 2 3/4, just almost 3.
2 3/4.
Yeah.
Like 2.75.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
right. But fight scenes were awesome. I liked how they used the gore and the whole squirting and stuff like that. But yeah, I
Lots of
lost
blood.
it with the whole fucking plot.
Oh.
Like again, it's an alien. It's a fucking monkey this time.
It just sounds like they're going down the list
It's-
now.
it-
like,
no,
I'm
it's-
just-
They've got to run out of aliens
It's
soon.
just like the South Park where they just getting ideas with fucking manatees and they're just throwing different fucking things in and they're just like, what's the monster this time? And they're just like, and we got monkeys. Let's set it up. Like,
I'm imagining the
how
tank
many-
and there's
how many alien
monkeys, there's
invasions are we
monkeys
gonna
and
fucking
robots
have?
and they're like, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla.
yeah, then a little ball rolls out at the end and it's just like, oh, and King Caesar.
That Godzilla movie.
But just under 3.
Alright, so I think from these ratings it's pretty obvious this movie's a mixed bag.
But
It's enjoyable, but
It was the
Honestly, if you can, if like the full fights are on YouTube, just watch those.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Don't waste your
action
fucking
and-
time. just watch the fights.
Because, you know, you probably will be like me and fall asleep to it.
But I mean, at the same time, if you're a hardcore Gojira fan,
Yeah, I mean, if you're a hardcore Godzilla fan, you want to watch it because
Like us,
it's a solid addition to the series.
Mhm.
It makes you want more from the series.
I was awake every time Godzilla was on screen.
Like I said, they
remember
got
those.
really good with the effects.
Yes.
The effects were great.
Yeah.
It's just the
They-
plot.
Considering like the last movie was like half reused special effects,
And the
they
sets?
really stepped it up with
Yeah.
this, despite the fact that there were some failures here and there with the wires and the lighting.
and I didn't notice any toys. It was all vehicles, or they were
I
on
don't
an actual
remember-
ship.
there
I
wasn't-
didn't see any toys.
I don't
or-
remember any toy cars or vehicles. There were miniature houses and stuff.
Mhm.
There was
Yeah.
miniature houses and stuff, but yeah, I didn't see any like toy tanks. I didn't see any toy
Yeah.
cars.
Well-
it was all them in cars driving around, or them on a boat.
If I'm being honest, that's a negative in my books. I want toy cars.
Yeah.
I want toy tanks. I want better done toy tanks, but
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying I
Yeah,
noticed that
it's worth
there
noticing
wasn't. Usually you see like the last one. There was at least little clips here and there, or they added the toys
kinda
and the
seems-
people. Now it's just no toys.
it kind of seems like they didn't have as big a budget for like vehicles and military and that kind of stuff because they spent all their money on like fireworks for Mechagodzilla and his suit because
Yeah.
there was a lot going on with his
Well,
suit.
and Godzilla had that moment where he was sparkling when he was doing his.
Fucking millions of sparklers coming out of his shoulder blades.
Oh yeah,
Mechagodzilla light show.
there's a lot of fireworks in
Yeah.
this movie.
Crazy.
You were gonna say something.
Go ahead.
What was everybody's favorite special effect?
Favorite special effect?
Yeah, like if you had to pick one. I'm just curious.
Probably that shot that I mentioned of Mechagodzilla hitting both of them at once. Just I like the choreography of it. I like the optical animation effects. Like the whole thing just looked really solid. Anybody else?
I was gonna say the use of the blood.
All right. There was a lot of
When,
blood
like
in this
when
movie.
he was ripping open his jaw and stuff, you could see it slowly ooze out of like the crack of his mouth.
Yeah.
And also when he got cut, you could actually see it squirting to show he got hit.
Yeah.
Like did a lot of damage.
Yeah, I
You
like
have
the lore
one?
in this one.
I don't have a favorite in this movie, just because they all kind of like threw me like off guard. Because I was like, whoa, I wasn't actually expecting them to do that decent on any of the ones that they did decent on.
Right.
Right? Considering the last one was all reshots.
Yeah.
Right?
Low
My
expectations for the
personal
effects.
opinion, I
So-
thought the best effect was the first face change of the aliens that we saw, the monkey, the half face
Oh
change.
yes.
The very first one was
where
really
he
good.
was like
Because they couldn't just put a full monkey fucking mask
they
on.
actually made a.
Yeah.
So and
There was-
I think
there
it
was-
was a frame by frame thing, but that was really cool.
I think it was optical animation to do the effect of it changing, but then at
think
some
it- I
point
think
they
it was
they
still
faded
motion.
2 shots between the guy and like this half mask on it.
I thought it was still motion of like his normal face, and then they add some makeup, and they did some more and more. Wasn't it still
like
shot?
a time
I'm not sure.
lapse motion.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
more, yeah, it looked like a time lapse.
Yeah, well, because this transformation occurs later on in the movie, and
Right.
it's really badly done.
Right,
It's really badly done because it's a wide shot
Yeah.
of 2 characters who are moving,
exactly.
and then they suddenly stop completely
Yeah,
while the effect happens.
This like CGI back then effect that
Optical
they just,
animations,
yeah, that
yeah.
they just kind of like put over their face. That's
Yeah.
like this gray, wishy-washy looking thing. And it's like that is so dumb, as opposed to where we saw it the first time when he got shot in the eye and his face changed.
Well,
back.
unless they wanted
That
to
was
show
really
it
cool.
actually transforming into a face, because like, what happens if you just see it just go poof monkey face? That would throw you more off, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, the cockroaches changed pretty quickly. But we already knew they were cockroaches when that happened.
Because of the shadow.
Yeah, we didn't call the monkey thing. Right?
No,
that
nobody
would-
expected Planet
No
of
one
the Apes
expected
monkeys in this
monkeys.
movie.
Yeah, we're just like monkeys. What the fuck?
So today was an okay movie. It had its problems. It had a lot of problems, but we still had fun. We had a good time, and we're excited for what's coming next. like in the later future and the near future.
That's what's saying.
Because next is the final movie in the Showa era, 1975's Terror of Mechagodzilla, which we
this
know
one
we'll see another
dies.
Mechagodzilla. We'll see. I'm pretty sure this one has what's his name, Titanosaurus.
Oh.
Yeah. Is he in the game?
No.
He's a big red dinosaur. He's great.
He's a big red dinosaur.
Yeah.
So that's coming next. We'll do our best to get it out at a reasonable pace. We are doing our best fighting back against YouTube, who folks may have noticed are becoming increasingly bad about copyright rules. But we're doing our best. So thank you guys very much for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel, which is Lazy Alien. As usual, my name's Kevin.
I'm Cypher.
I'm Matt.
I'm Gord.
And we're out.
Ammati da cucaraccia, essa un'anima mulesio, anda mediante la pata, nella guerra io già la lleva nel terra, entre quattro mopilotes, y un ratón de sacristán. La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar.